a fight for the right to be number one. It's a coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a battle of the top two teams in the AFC West, as it'll be the Oakland Raiders as they get set to match up against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A minute ago, Arrowhead was rocking. The offense led out by All-Pro tight end Travis Kelce as the Chiefs get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in after tasting defeat for the first time in about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak. On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
First carry for Darius Geis, and he'll get this one up to the 26. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
One of the things I like to do when I'm scouting players is talk to those who knew him before. And I ended up finding out that Amari Cooper has been like a professional route runner since the time he was 6 or 7 years old. Has always taken the game seriously, has always worked on his craft, and you see evidence of that each and every week on an NFL field. Couple that with his athletic ability, it's one big reason he's finding himself open in the NFL.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 46. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he works his way forward for about 4, up to the midfield stripe.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks and running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
A toss play to Hunt. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Left, 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 left.
On second down, here's Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. Left, 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 left.
They get it to him running left. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And as things start to come into focus here in the final weekend, their future still up in the air. Currently in possession of the 5 spot, but could fall entirely out of the postseason if this final day doesn't go their way.
Well, we're looking forward to the playoffs because, fortunately enough, we're going to be there to call some of these games. But when you're sitting where they are right now, the playoffs start with this game. They can't wait till next week and say, well, let's see if we're in the... No, they have to win this one to ensure that they're going to go. So their playoff run actually begins a week early.
By the way, I got my assignment for the playoffs. They have me doing every game.
I like that.
Are you there, too?
I like that. I just hope I'm with you.
I hope so as well. Geis with the carry on second down. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. On play action, it's Carr. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes now to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Slow. Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90. Ace.
Working from the gun, Mahomes flushed out right. On the crossing route, complete. It's Hill. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 32 that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Mahomes to throw on second down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third down, that's Hunt. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He'll get it up the middle, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point forthcoming. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now Eric Ebron and the rest of the offensive unit trotting on the field. He's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season, but you read the local paper this morning. There was no talk of that mark. They interviewed him, and he wasn't talking about 1,000 yards. The old cliche focused on this game. If he has a big one, might be able to get the win and 1,000 yards.
Seems like he just wants to let it come to him, right, as opposed to trying to force it. And that's probably the right idea and the right attitude. So game situation, play calling will dictate things. Now, how does he get there once he tries to get hot? Formations, route running, trying to get mismatches for him, different types of routes he will run downfield, short, medium, long. All those things will come into play as he tries to get to that magical number.
They'll hand it down to Geis, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Chris Jones on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down. To throw, it's Carr. Dumps it off for Geis. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And sometimes you have to serve as your own blitz control. And what I mean by that is there are going to be times when guys come free and are going to hit you when you're trying to throw the ball. He stood in there and took it and still completed it for a first down.
Well, yes, running back had vacated the area there, but able to complete it to him, still make a gain out of it.
I guess that's what we call a safety valve, and it worked pretty well.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From midfield, here's Carr. Ebron with it over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Green 39. Green 39. Hunt.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Green 39.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Going up top. And this is going to be intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. This time a spin. 1 minute 53 ticks left to go in this 1st half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And the Chiefs are going to get him. Dee Ford in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action here on first down. And going deep for Hill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Left, 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 left.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Z. Ready. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. 2nd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. A busy final day of the regular season, so let's get to it. We'll start in the black and blue division. Chicago hosting Minnesota at Soldier Field. And it's the Bears who have the lead. Jordan Howard with a touchdown run. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Nick Foles with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding.
Holding offense.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays when the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Butker now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. If this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Carr now throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. D. Ford in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90. Ace. Ace.
On first down, Mahomes. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A very solid gain of 27. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there for KC. 46 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And what can they do here on second and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. His throw incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 13. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. is continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10.
Green 39, green 39.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Dance, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this third quarter.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this side.
On second down, here's Carr. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. They'll run for it. Geis. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Yeah, on fourth and inches, you've got to be quick with your decision-making when you're running the football. You've got to find the hole and go. And he does a nice job here picking up the first down with a few yards to spare.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his numbers of ball.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
They'll look to throw here. Rolling to his left. It's complete to Grant. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's their quarterback. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Get set. Wide 85. What's it hot?
Carr now on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A good pickup there, a 22.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Carr now on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside. and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
False start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Throwing now is Carr. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Dee Ford in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Get down, get down.
Shotgun now for Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Cooper was the intended target. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Left, 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 left. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Check three. Z.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that one results in 35 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Here we go. Blue 45.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Let's get off the field, G. Let's get off the field, G.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in